Hello, boys and girls. How are you guys doing on today? I am super duper excited, guys, because it is release day eve of, oh my goodness, guys, y'all ready for this? Sister Mother Warrior. And you guys already know how Vanessa Riley and the Riley Camp, what she do on release day eve. So, Vanessa, I am honored that you took the time to hang out with us at the cafe, my friend, to celebrate and to kick off, guys, because Vanessa has a lot of things going on this week for the release of Sister Mother Warrior. The release date is actually tomorrow, so we're kicking it off right here at the cafe, boys and girls. Earlier, Vanessa started early, guys. She had some Haitian food that was cooked. Vanessa, introduce yourself, and then you got to tell us about that meal.
Okay. So I'm Vanessa Riley. I write historical fiction, historical mystery, and historical romance. My second historical fiction, Sister Mother Warrior, is going to be out tomorrow. Please buy it. Buy a copy for your friend. It's almost like a telethon. Just $27.99, and you can get yourself a book from one of our lovely retailers, Barnes and Nobles. Any of our beautiful indies out there. Even the Zon is carrying it.
I love that. I love that. And Vanessa, they are giving you love. You got Jennifer Copeland hanging out with us today. You got Ursula Johnson, Tiffany Jones of Tip Happy Place. You got Myra Rose hanging out there with us as well. Guys, I thank you. You already know it is release day eve. We are going to celebrate today with Vanessa. Vanessa, we're so proud of you and this project. Look, it's something about that summer. So last summer, Island Queen, boys and girls, which is still available. You can get it in paperback as well. And now, boys and girls, Vanessa is hitting us with Sister Mother Warrior. And so, Vanessa, can you share with us a little bit about this cover, my friend? Because like Island Queen, this cover is gorgeous. And I did my best. I have on my red, my red attire. So hopefully I'm blending in with Sister Mother
Mhm.
Warrior. Can you share with us about this cover?
Yeah.
Bam,
So
there you go. Island Queen as well.
So Tanya Engel is a wonderful young artist out of Michigan. I call this the COVID miracle, because originally William Morrow was going to get a model from Maserati. They were looking at the costuming and everything. And then this thing called the pandemic hit, closing up all the studios. Nobody could leave their house. And they decided to go with a graphic artist instead. So Tanya Engel is a phenomenal painter, and she created this Dorothy. To me, this it just embodies her, from just the look in her eyes, the sense that I always get when I look at this. It's a woman who's been through something, but she is a survivor. She is just an amazing person, and Tanya just completely nailed it. So I was extremely happy when my editor told me that they were going to use her again for Sister Mother Warrior. And you get this.
Vanessa, we lost your volume.
You lost my volume. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you
Can you-
now.
Okay. So just recap, just in case you missed that. Tanya Engel did System of the Warrior. She nailed it. The way that the set in the eyes. And so when William Morrow reached out and said they were going to use her again, I was ecstatic, because she just captures Mary Claire and Grantoya. Look at the power that you see in this woman, an older woman holding that spear. And then you see Mary Claire, just the passion in her eyes, the strength, the way she's holding herself erect, the pride, the early sentiment, which translate into Haitian pride. You see it right there on the cover. So this is an amazing cover. It's even more gorgeous in person. So make sure you get a copy.
I love that. Yeah, and thank you so much with sharing with us the background of the cover, because just like Island Queen, boys and girls, Sister Mother Warrior. I mean, literally, this is like artwork on a book, or what have you. So shout out to the cover designer, the artist who designed both Island Queen and Sister Mother Warrior. And so, guys, you already know we are celebrating with Vanessa on today. This is a special literary cafe, boys and girls. So, we actually, Vanessa, we have
Mhm.
some special individuals that are going to be joining us throughout the night to help celebrate, to help kick off, boys and girls, the release of Sister Mother
Mhm.
Warrior. And so, the first person that I have is Dr. Tammy Smithers. She has the personal librarian page as well. And she is going to join us to share with us a little bit about her excitement of Sister Mother Warrior. So, Tammy, I'm getting ready to bring you up, my friend.
Hello, doctor.
Hello, Sarah.
Hey, Tammy.
We're supposed to be in Orlando, Florida, at our 70th Boulay. Vanessa, Dr. Vanessa, because we got to give you that credit too. I just wanted to say hello. And I got on my pink and green Tabitha shades here. But I just wanted to come on and say happy early release day for Sister
Book.
Mother Warrior. I met you probably less than a year ago, right? I founded, if
Mhm.
for those of you who don't know, I co-founded the Personal Librarians Book Chat. We are an online Facebook group named after one of the historical fiction novels that inspired the group to gather.
Mhm.
And Victoria Christopher Murray introduced me to this Vanessa Riley. I think it was Victoria and probably a few of the other authors in that genre who introduced me to Vanessa. I think Sadiqa Johnson, as well as Denny Bryce. And so we have been honored to just interface with Vanessa over the course of, I would say, not quite a year, but 10 months. And we are going to be reading her book. I had to bump it to August because we were kind of waiting for our July book of the month. And so I've ordered my book, so I can't wait to get it. And my tote bag. Am I going to get a tote bag too as well?
You ordered it from Kindred
I
Stories.
did. I
Then
did.
you're
I
getting a
did.
tote bag.
Okay, I'm going to get my tote bag. So I cannot wait to receive that. I still have Island Queen here on deck. But I'm so excited, for the release of this book. I know you've been talking about it with me for a while. And one of the things that the book club does is we amplify the voices of Black women, the narratives that have been lost. They've been stolen. They've sort of been just sort of subdued for a while. And so women like Vanessa, Victoria, Denny, Sadiqa, and even Piper, you all help to bring these women's voices to life, right? And I have enjoyed, I think, really learning more about our history. I am a scholar activist professionally, and so I just enjoy bringing and educating, if you will, other women about the narratives that we don't often hear about. And so when you introduced us to Dorothy in Island Queen, I'm a Black American. So Black Americans in general, we think everything is America, right? And we forget that there are others of us who were dropped off at different islands, in the aspect of enslaved women and men. And so you introduced us to that character, the Caribbean, the island, and the enslavement that went on there. And now we see the Haitian Revolution. And so we are all about women empowerment, right? And really just reading about women, phenomenal women in historical times that have paved the way for each and every one of us. And so I just wanted to thank you for just really illuminating those stories, those narratives, and also opening our American eyes. Most of us in the book chat are American. We have a few who are in other countries, but opening our eyes to the struggle in other places. And so my question to you is, I chatted with you back and forth a little bit about why this novel. I kind of joke about, is it going to be as researched as Island Queen was? So I guess that's my question. And what do you want us, your reader, to kind of walk away with when we finish this novel?
Okay. First, Dr. Tammy, you're looking fabulous.
You.
Yeah, I skipped the boule myself. I'm
I
sorry.
know,
You
I
know,
know.
I'll make it. I'm gonna lean on that shit. I'm gonna make it one of
Yes,
these days.
yes, yes.
But you and two, I just want to thank you. There's so many wonderful readers out here that have never heard these stories, never heard of these authors. They look at, they looked at the New York Times, they look at all these outlets, and our voices haven't regularly made them.
Mhm,
I'm hoping that with groups like Personal Librarian, our voices become more known, and these
mhm,
stories that need to be returned to us, because for me, many of the women that I'm doing were famous during their day.
mhm,
They were known for the things that they did, but systematically their voices have been snuffed and hidden because there is an agenda to strip away what Black women have done. And so I'm doing my part, like so many others, just to return to us our stories, because we have a legacy of power. We have a legacy that is persistent, that is resilient, that is strong. It's not just the enslavement story, although
mhm.
that is an important story. You cannot skip that context
Right.
because it affected our families, our family structure, it's the generational wealth, everything that we have problems all go back to what enslavement did to the psyche.
Mhm,
There's research now that shows that trauma affects to the cell level, and generational trauma affects over and over again. So
mhm,
I just feel very privileged and very fortunate to be able to tell these stories, and I thank women like you, Dr. Tammy, and you like Angela, that are bringing these to the forefront, because
mhm,
we need our. I think the game, the level, everybody's bringing their A game when we're
mhm,
writing these stories, because we understand the importance of these stories. And so when all people read these stories, I think
mhm,
it elevates the game, and it elevates the understanding that Black women are champions.
mhm,
And we can take a little bit, like I remember my mom, we grew up extremely poor. She would take a little bit and she'd make this, stretch it into the best food you ever tasted, and it
mhm,
lasts for days on your,
mhm.
just days and things like that. That's what people are doing by returning. We're giving you just a little snippet of some history we all should know, and it's going to last in your soul. It's going to maybe heal some things. It's going
Mhm.
to give perspectives that we have been denied, because we have a legacy of power, and those are stories we're trying to let the world know
That's
about.
right. That's right. And I love it.
I love that.
I love that as well. So,
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Tammy.
yes.
It has been amazing. Look, you hanging out with us. Can you tell everybody how they can stay connected with the Personal Librarian book club that's online?
Sure, sure. So essentially, we are a Facebook group, and so if you search for, it's Personal Librarians Book Chat, and I purposely emphasize chat because that's what we try and do. I don't really consider us a club because we can't really just meet in person because we are virtual and we're all over the country, and it sort of organically happened this way. But we are Personal Librarians Book Chat, although I put club here. And we also we travel, right? So we are an online book club or a book chat that we chat online, and we host virtual events. So what I've noticed, Angela, is that with shows like yours, the readers and the author comes on and talks about a book a little bit, right? She doesn't give it all away. And so what we do in our book discussion, because we have had the benefit of having read the book, hopefully everybody has read it. When the author does come on, we can talk more in depth about the book from beginning to end, or however we want to. So that's the difference, I think, that I found in our book chat. And then we also travel to fun places. So I will be posting those places in the near future, because we will be travel internationally. So my goal is to really infuse history and the places that you all write about into our travels. And so wherever I can, I try and do that. So I am just excited to be a champion of this movement, because I just have always promoted women. And so books like these help with that. And I know I can talk long, so I'm going to shut up. But thank you for having me.
And that is
Vanessa,
amazing.
you
Again,
for-
what you guys do with Personal Librarian.
yes, yes.
And
What
I
did you
want
say?
you to, when you get a moment, Tammy, if you'll put in the comment section, if they want to join or come over to the Personal Librarian book chat that is on Facebook, if you can put the link there, if you want.
Okay, I can
as
put
well.
the link there, Paige, and I'm assuming most of our readers are African American or Black women, because that is that's a condition too. We really try to create a safe place. For the few that are in there, it's for a certain purpose, but it is a Black book club, because the conversation that we try and have is really geared towards that demographic, just to put it out there. But anyway, I will put that in the chat, and I think that's it. Is that all you need me to do? Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Again for all you do.
Well, thank you so
you
much.
for
I know
coming.
Vanessa is appreciative of you stopping by as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Now, do I hang out in here, Angela, or what do I do? Or just go to live?
No, you can just say bye, and then I'll pop you out.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right. So, Vanessa, that was our first guest on today, Dr. Tammy Smithers of the Personal Librarian chat that is on Facebook. Thank you again, Dr. Tammy, for hanging out with us as well. Vanessa, I have two individuals that I'm going to bring up at this time. One is Mama Tony of Tony's Book Nook, who's going to come and hang out with us. And then we also have the fabulous, the amazing award-winning author, Pat Simmons, who is also hanging out with us as well. And I will be bringing her up too. Mama Tony, how are you?
Good evening, ladies. I'm fine. Trying to stay dry.
There you go.
Yes. Mama Tony, I see you already have your Sister Mother Warrior book and your bag. Guys, if you are just joining us, one, you probably already noticed that it's Monday and we're having a cafe, but y'all know how we have to do it for Vanessa Riley. It is pre-release day eve, and you guys that are watching know that we have to do it big for Vanessa Riley on pre-release day eve. And so, guys, she decided to hang out with us here on the cafe. We have some guests that will be tuning in with us, showing their excitement for Sister Mother Warrior, boys and girls. If you haven't gotten it yet, you can still pre-order. It is available tomorrow in hardback. You can get it in ebook. You can get it in audio, all of those things. And Mama Tony, I'm going to turn it over to you so you can share a little bit about your enjoyment of the Mother Warrior.
Well, first of all, I'm a color girl. I like bold colors. So the cover of the book grabbed me. And like the doctor before us, we really ought to be in Orlando. But anyhow, yeah, believe me, there are a lot of us at home.
Yeah.
The cover was the first thing that grabbed me because it's bold. It kind of stands out. I think if you put it in a dark room with no lights, this this cover would still say, "Boom, come get me."
It's amazing.
It was amazing. I'm about halfway through, and I'm in awe. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I got my bag, and I'm amazed because I know where you and I started when I said to you, and I will boldly be honest, people, and say online, when I first met Vanessa and she was writing Regency, my direct quote with her was, "I don't read that stuff." I don't read that stuff. I'm being honest.
Look, Vanessa, she's been converted.
Yes. But I was, then after I begged, she changed her mind. Because she know I got no shame.
But I have to admit that I've thoroughly enjoyed them. I've gone back. I don't know if I'm ahead of everybody or behind everybody, but I've already finished this one that didn't come out to August. Okay. And of course, I've done Island Queen.
Yes. Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
Vanessa, all I can say is from one young black lady to an older black lady, congratulations. I am proud of you.
Thank you.
I am honored to know you personally. I am honored to be one of your readers. I'm honored to be your Sarah. I am honored to know that in my collection of a plethora of books that I've run out of room to put, that you are among your money. My question to you would be,
Mhm.
are you going to continue in this vein or do you plan to go to another genre and give us something else? Because my gut instinct tells me that there are other stories and other genres that are somewhere plunging down in there. So you're going to stick with this Regency and telling us about the latest that we really need to know about but don't know about, or are you going to throw something else in there every now and then?
Well, you know me, I'm gonna throw something else in there every now and then. But I got women. I there are more women. There are more women that we need to know about. It always astounds me, Mama Tony, how these women were famous during their day.
Mhm.
They were known. They're in the newspapers. Yet, um, we don't know about them now. Um, One of these ladies has a state funeral, with like horses and everything, and a casket with flowers. All I mean, it's big, huge.
Like
It's
King
in the
Tut.
newspapers. A state funeral, right? We don't even know their names today.
No.
So there's been an injustice that's done, and I firmly believe the more we know about history, the more we learn. um, and there's a pride when you know that your history includes these women who've done these amazing things. It's like I always look at the women writers who've gone before me, who've paved that way. The only reason I'm sitting here is because they opened doors. Beverly Jenkins, Brenda Jackson, Zora. You could just go all the way back. You know Octavia Butler, Maya Angelou, all these women, we're standing on their shoulders. They're knocking open things. They're kicking things open. And as history repeats itself, we can't forget the names because everything that's been done, every door that's been opened, you see how things are now closing back up.
Yes.
And so this is a time where we got to get our stories out. And so I just feel so privileged to be able to tell these stories. But I'm as long as they let me, I'm gonna bring every one of them back. Every one of them, every single last one of them that did something, I'm gonna bring them back.
And there are a plethora of them out there. And
I
those of
love
us
that.
who
That
are,
shows that, look, Mama Tona, she has a lot of writing to do.
yeah, and those of us who are readers, we know that they're out there. We just don't know their story. And what you're doing, which is amazing, is giving us their stories.
Mhm.
Uh, some of these people we've heard about, even if it was just a simple sentence, but that's all we knew was that Dorothy Kern existed. Did I didn't I had heard, never knew
Mhm.
that she had all those children. Never knew that she went under different names based on where she was in her life because you didn't learn all that. You just learned that she was there, and it's the same way with this. We the things that we should know, we don't know. Names don't mean, but we don't know this. We don't know their story. We know that they were there, but we don't know
Mhm.
their story,
Yeah.
and that's what you are giving to us now. Is their stories, and for that, as readers, we say thank you.
It is my pleasure. I thank you guys for Mama Tony. You say that joke about that, but you're one of the when you like something, you're very honest. If you don't like something, you're very honest, and you spread the word. And so you're a champion for readers and writers everywhere. And so I honor you. I thank you for being my sister, my friend, and for giving giving that girl who actually wasn't that little, black don't crack, but give it a chance. I appreciate you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Mama Tony, for coming and hanging out with us a little bit and sharing a little bit about a sister, mother, warrior. We appreciate you so much. And Mama Tony, if you can share with them how they can stay connected with Mama Tony's Book Nook.
You can join my Facebook page, which is called Mama Tony's Book Nook. Every day, Monday through Friday, you get a book of the day. You get what national day it is. You get one of my crazy thoughts for the day, depending on where my mind is when I get up in the morning. Just something to get us started, to keep us together as women. And I like that. I do it because some people have never heard of these books, but if they turn to that page, they may learn something new. Or they will take them back to a book that maybe they've forgotten, or they want to reread, or they didn't know. So that's what it's all about. It's just to read, and I try to read a short snippet from the book, one that I hope will make you say, oh, I need to know what happened in front or behind and in the middle of that book. And that's what Mama Tony's Book is all about. It's my way of supporting the authors that I enjoy reading.
And we thank you for that.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Mama Tony. We definitely appreciate you. And we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good evening, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You there?
Okay, Vanessa, as you can see, we have some individuals that have been hanging out with us on today for your pre-release day. You guys already know how Vanessa likes to do it. She have what we call pre-release eve. This is what we're doing, and she's hanging out with us on the cafe. Of course, guys, here on the cafe, we like to include you too. If you are just joining us, let me fill you in. It is pre-release eve for Sister Mother Warrior, boys and girls. It will hit stores on tomorrow, July 12th, guys. It is available in hardcover, ebook, Kindle, whatever suits your fancy. Grab your copy. If you pre-order, they should be coming in the mail. Most places, if you can get as well. Now, Vanessa, the next two individuals I'm going to bring them up is best-selling author Pat Simmons, who's going to come hang out with us. We also have Kelly from Kells is Booked Up that is coming to hang out with us as well. Drum roll, please. Up next is Pat Simmons
Pat, you need some
okay,
music.
sidebar. So technically this is Fun Friday
on Monday.
Right.
Remember, we have to have that caveat. Fun Friday on Monday.
Fun Friday crew, we celebrating. Fun Monday. Yes, Fun Monday. Hi, Pat.
Hey, y'all.
Girl, you looking gorgeous.
Girl, sister just woke up from a nap. I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. It's hot here. I was tired. I mean, my little cute hairstyle has blown up into an afro. So hey, I fit really good on the cover of your book, right? I'm so excited as always, Vanessa. I'm just so happy that the stories are being told. I know we have so much fun on Fun Friday. It started in the pandemic, just a way to entertain people as well as ourselves, because that's what we do. But these books are so important. I'm listening to all the guests and they get it. Sometimes people read your story and they just don't get it. And then you have to, spend like 10 or 15 minutes to tell them, this is what I meant. No. I didn't mean that. No, you looked at it the wrong way. But people get it. They get the story. And so I'm just so happy that you didn't get discouraged. And honestly, your writing is really before your time, because it came at the right time for people to receive what you write. What you write. And I think if it had been published really probably wouldn't have been published years and years before time, they wouldn't have gotten it. But I think right now, when you're giving it to us, these women we've forgotten or never heard about, or just maybe there was a whisper, people are ready. They're ready to sit down at the table and enjoy it. And so I'm like everyone else. I mean, I can't say anything that others have not said to keep bringing us the story. And, you talk about like Brenda Jackson and Beverly Jenkins. I remember years and years and years ago when I met Beverly Jenkins, and that inspired me to put historical tidbits in my contemporary work. Because see, I'm scared. I'm not going to use the wrong term in a historical. So, but just that encounter inspired me to put the genealogy and stuff like that. So I think you are inspiring people that have those stories, because one person can't tell it all, but you are opening up the door for those other people with stories to say, hey, Vanessa told about this strong Black woman. I know about this strong Black woman. Vanessa's not going to be able to get to that, but I can tell that story. So if for no other reason, you have opened the door for these Black Regencies stories. And so that's what I just really want to congratulate you on. I was listening to a program on National Public Radio, and I forgot the man's name, and he was talking about how history is pushed aside, the racism and stuff. And so the interviewer said, well, give us an example. And he said, well, Jane Austen, for example, how Black history is layered within that. And then Carrie called, and I wasn't able to listen to the rest of the interview. However, but it just goes to show how Black history has been mentioned, but kind of just like swept under the rug. So I'm just glad the door is open for you. And so I've ordered my copy. I got this copy. I do got the tote bag. I've already told my readers on my newsletter about this. So I am here as one of many that not only support you to your face, but support you in our pocketbooks. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to encourage everybody that even though we're authors, look, I got the books. I buy the books. The books hurt my pocketbook too. And I do know that you have to pick and choose, but I'm asking everyone to pick Vanessa, to choose Vanessa to tell the story that you will not see on Netflix and all those other places.
Girl, at least not yet.
Well, right, not yet. On Amazon Prime, you haven't seen those yet. Thank you for correcting me. Not yet.
Yeah.
But God has opened the door, and so you want to be able to say, I supported Vanessa on her first book, on her second book, on her third book. So I'm just pleading with y'all. Please support her work, because these are stories that you're not gonna get elsewhere. Trust me.
I love it. I love it. And Pat, that is amazing. And thank you so much for sharing that. Yes.
On book release eve, this is really a telethon.
Pat, you had me
give till it hurts.
And look, y'all already know the three of us. Y'all put the three. How in the world did I have to get the three of us at the same time? And this is not Fun Friday. But Pat, I'm throw this in there because Pat, you started it. Okay, so Pat,
I'm being good.
You had me thinking about James Brown. You hear me, Pat? You had me thinking about James Brown. Please, please, please go back.
I thought you were going to launch it to tell the people.
I know. That's what I was waiting for.
I thought you were going for tell the people. Tell the people.
Girl, look, I've already had my nap. So I'm
ready.
Wound up.
Tell everybody.
Don't get me wound up because it's not my show.
Well, it's pre-release eve. Pre-release eve. Oh, and I I mean, this is the Fun Friday crew, so give you a little bit of extra. So I'm gonna give you,
Yeah,
please,
extra.
please,
baby, please.
Sister Mother Warrior, and tell the people to get a copy of Sister Mother Warrior. I think I brought it home. How I do, Fun Friday crew?
Yeah, I think you brought it home, but I think, let me add a footnote to that. It's one thing to say, please support Vanessa. And we know that there are so many people out there that will do that. But I want to take it a step further. How many of you have bought a gift for a friend? But how many of you have bought a book for a friend? Let's see if we can put that challenge out there. It's that you buy a book for a friend. And I know the book is, how much did I pay for this? $27? I don't even know. But at any rate,
You don't know.
Barnes and Nobles, a lot of them are doing buy one, get one 50% off.
Oh, I've been on there. I guess I need to go back.
Yes.
But this is my thing. It's one thing to support the author, to buy her book, but let's put her book in the hands of someone that wouldn't buy the book or someone that doesn't know her. So can I put that challenge out there? Yeah, I said it. It came from me. Yeah, I'm putting the challenge out there. Let's buy a book and put this book in the hands of a friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm
and guys, after you read the book, reviews are so important. So definitely make sure that you leave a review as well. I know that Vanessa Riley will be so appreciative. And guys, tomorrow is release day. We are celebrating today on pre-release eve, but tomorrow is release day. So guys, look, take those pictures when your books come in. Take those pictures, tag Vanessa Riley in those pictures as well, boys and girls. If you go to the bookstores and you see it out there, if you got it from a indie bookstore, tag Vanessa as well as the indie bookstore as well. Let's support. So Pat, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us on pre-release eve, my friend. See you later.
I'm going to stick here and watch everybody else. Love you, VR. Love you,
Love
Angela.
you, girl.
Peace.
All right. Bye, Pat. I love it. I love it. Vanessa, I hope you enjoying the party, my friend. We had to throw a little fun Monday in there with the Fun Friday crew. When the three of us get together.
Book release.
Yes. Oh my goodness, Vanessa. I hope that you are having a good time, my friend. We're super duper excited because today, guys, Sister Mother Warrior is one more sleep. Well, some of us, depending if you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, y'all got a couple more hours. But the East Coast, the West Coast, all that good stuff. Rhonda, don't play because I'll send you the link. She know what I'm talking about when she just put in the comment. I'll send you the link, Rhonda. You can hop on up. All right, Vanessa, next up, this is our girl who she be hanging out with the VR guys. Let me tell you, she was on the bandwagon for Island Queen. She has an amazing show. Okay, guys, let me tell you, if you do not know Kels, okay, her and her husband Ant. When I grow up, I want to be like them because they done been to every bookstore, the East Coast, the West Coast. They probably done been internationally. They know them. I bring to you guys my friend Kels of Kels' book up. There she is.
I'm like, a nomad with a bookcase.
Post. She's just the bestest.
She a nomad with a bookcase. That bookcase got wheels on it, and it just goes from city to city. Cause I don't understand.
You got a basket, all the stuff. Yes,
it's the hardcover. I got to finish copy early. I just hug it and then I pet it, and I'm so happy.
Isn't it gorgeous? You get books all the time. That's a beautiful book. They William Morrow.
They got me on this amazing job. I'm bowing down to you, Dr. Riley, because I love you. I love Angela. And I got invited on today. I feel special. Like, I'm like with the cool kids right now.
Hey, Kelly, I'm fangirling. I'm like, Kel's on my show.
Have y'all counted how many miles y'all do in a year?
Yes. How do y'all keep up with that?
Coffee and Red Bull. We bought a new car in March, and I think we're
Kim,
almost at like
that's a
8,000 miles on it
combination.
right now. We out here. We out here. We in the streets. We in the
Y'all in the
streets. We in the
streets. Oh,
streets.
but that's beautiful. Totally beautiful. I love it. I love seeing your platform grow. I love it every time you guys do the husband and wife tag team on books. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Y'all just but
Yes. Oh my goodness.
this is a time of dreams, guys. And this is your passion. Bookstagramming is your passion. And just seeing y'all step into it and do it is just amazing. So hats off to y'all.
Thank you so much. It's been amazing. I've got to see you in like multiple states now.
I know,
'Cause we
it's
don't
kind of like, I was like, I see something. Well, that Kelly. Oh, Kelly, get out here.
So this has been absolutely amazing. But I'm allowed to ask a question. So I'm going to ask my question.
Okay.
My question is, have you run across any American enslaved narratives that talk about the history or rumors of the revolution in Haiti?
Not a slave narrative, but W.E.D. Du Bois talks about the Haitian Revolution. The Haitian Revolution is a model of Black liberation, of Black power. And W.E.D. Du Bois, a couple of speeches, maybe even some of his written works, focuses on this point of view, because it's amazing. People first generation, born in enslavement, never knowing freedom, but listening to the stories of the ancestors of what freedom looked like in Africa, all joining together, learning the military tactics, taking on a world power and overthrowing them. I mean, this is a David and Goliath kind of story. And systematically, the reasons we don't know about it, the reason the victory was taken, the reason why the only victorious people had to pay the people they conquered is a whole nother story. But that'll be covered in probably a different book. But we focus on the moment, which is liberation and power, and it's something we all should know. Everyone should know about what happened here, because if you ever think of somebody being all the odds stacked against you and rising up and saying, no more. And again, it's starting with the women. This people only look at like the 10-year part of the war from 91 to roughly about 1803. It started 50 years before that. Women saying, you know what, I've had enough, and they just start poisoning folks. I'm not saying hey girl, I'm not saying that's the right way to go about things, but
Do what you gonna do.
that's all you have access to, and you're tired of the oppression. Women striking out were the first wave, but nobody talks about that. They talk about the men and what they've done. So it's a privilege to be able to tell the women's story and to give some context to what these dynamic people did.
I love how a lot of times when women do things, it's more mental and men are more with the physical and aggression, like what you're talking about with the poisoning. It's like, no, I got you. I don't have to really do much, but you trust me with your food. So
I know. Set them suckers up real good. Okay, you want to? I'll get you with this.
I'm gonna ask one
Kid,
more
that
question.
is
I'm
this.
not gonna take up any more time. But so we have this beauty, and then we have Island Queen, and then we have like your 20 plus other books, and we have romance. But since you're doing historical fiction, are we gonna get like a biography on some people? Since you're like the research queen?
I love staying in the fiction realm. So that's actually a very good question. I've been asked it before. Why don't I ever do a nonfiction? And the thing is, I like to, if people can read encyclopedias, they can read Wikipedia. And then there's some great people, scientists kind of people who've gone out there and they're digging the archives and touching the old papers and translating lots and lots of French. I'm gonna leave that to them. Although I translated lots and lots of French for this one. Didn't go into it thinking I was going to translate lots and lots of French, but I ended up having to translate lots and lots of French for this. That's a gift that I'll visit, but not want to live there. And when you do nonfiction, you got to live there. And I'm a visit. I'm a visit. I'm a visitor. And I
Yeah.
want this, like this. There's a school. I think there's a couple school systems that are actually going to get Sister Mother Warrior, because it's a different way to tell the history, and storytelling has a way of getting through to people in ways that sometimes nonfiction can't do.
Awesome.
That is amazing. Wow. You look, Kel, my ears perked. Y'all know I'm nerdy. So I was like, ooh, that's a nice. Yeah.
I mean, she's giving us taste here and there. Like 75%
yes.
of the book is like nonfiction. So I'm like, are we going to make that transition?
Yes.
Nope. I'm gonna come up to the wall and then turn. Come to the wall.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Kelly, thank you so much, my friend, for hanging out with myself and Vanessa Riley, helping us to celebrate.
I expect to see you on the road before the year's out. I'm gonna run.
Yeah, we're gonna be in Boston this weekend. We're yeah.
I'm somewhere on the road before the year's out. We're gonna end up in the same city again, and this time we have to actually do a full dinner, not just appetizers.
I'm down for that. I think the last time I saw her, she was like, "Where do you actually live?"
I go places now. I start texting her.
Right, guys, Kelly be all over. Kelly be on the East Coast one weekend. She on the West Coast the next weekend. She in the middle of the state. She out in the Midwest. Kelly be everywhere.
Everywhere.
But Kelly,
And
can you share with us before you leave us, my friend? How can they stay connected with you and follow you?
I'm on Instagram as Kells is Booked Up. My book club is Diverse Reading. We're on Instagram. The larger following is on Clubhouse. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m., we talk about new book releases. At 7 p.m. Eastern. On Fridays, we talk about what are you reading at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's Diverse Reading on Clubhouse, Diverse Reading on Instagram and Facebook. Clubhouse, we have about a little over 7,000 members. So we chat, you listen to the replays if you miss it. And Kells is Booked Up on Instagram. And we're on the road.
A lot.
Thank you so much.
I love that.
Congratulations, Vanessa.
Thank you. Thank you,
You're
girlie.
welcome. Thank you, Kel. Bye.
That's cool.
Guys, if you do not follow Kelly, oh my goodness, guys, she is an amazing bookstagrammer, book influencer. She's doing some amazing things as well. And Vanessa, as you can see, we have one more guest who's gonna pop up. But before we speak to this last guest, who is just amazing, she just had a new release that just dropped as well. We gotta talk about, my friend, the audiobook. I cannot leave Rhonda hanging. Please share with the people who's also who's already narrating the audiobook. Tell us a little bit about the audiobook of Sister Mother Warrior.
I got a surprised myself. There are two narrators on this audiobook. Not only do we get Angela and Joe, Lady Dansbury, but we also get Robin Mills. Miles. Yes, Robin Miles. So 7 Husbands, Yellow Wife. Robin is a phenomenal. So I've got the twin powers doing the audio, and that is just completely amazing. So guys, get ready. I've heard snippets. It's phenomenal. It's a performance all unto itself. I would buy the audio and the book, just but I don't want to spend your money like that. Well, actually, I do want to spend your money like that, but sorry. But the audio book is amazing. If you're an audio person, you're gonna love it. If you're not an audio person, you will become an audio person if you listen to the audio book.
I love that. And Rhonda, thank you for reminding of us that as well. So guys, you are in for a treat. You got a dynamic duo who is narrating Sister Mother Warrior. So if audiobooks is your thing, you are in for a treat. Even if it's not your thing and you're just in it for the production, get you a copy of the audiobook as well. Boys and girls, in addition to the audiobook, you can get it on your Kindle, your handy dandy e-reader, as well as in hardcover print. Copy is available as well. Guys, we are celebrating Vanessa Riley on today and her novel, Sister Mother Warrior, boys and girls, that will debut, well, not debut, but it'll be out tomorrow. Oh my goodness, July 12th. For those of you that are on the East Coast, we're just a couple of hours away before to hit those e-readers or what have you. And guys, I've seen some people have already spotted it in some of the bookstores as well. So some people may already have a copy of the hardcover as well. So guys, our next person, oh my goodness, I'm super duper excited about this next person. She is our last guest for the night, certainly not least, boys and girls, the one, the only, Piper Hughley, author of Sweet Tea, author of Anne Lowe story by her own design. I give you Piper Hughley from Georgia hanging out with us.
Hello, everyone. I was revealed while I was trying to hoe. I was told earlier I was a timid hoe, so I was on there trying to hoe some more. So
Come on, girl.
I was waiting in the green room.
Shake your money. No.
We don't want to do that. There'll be too much slapping back.
I love it. Boys and girls, this duo right here, guys, is just I'm trying to keep my fangirl at bay. I am literally hanging out with Vanessa Riley, Piper Hughley at the same time. I mean, if I was in person, they'll be like, okay, Angela, you borderline stalkerish right now, okay? These two ladies, boys and girls, are amazing at what they do. They are bringing you guys some amazing stories. Piper just dropped by her own design, which is amazing, boys and girls. It is available in stores, at Costco. It's available at Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, indie bookstores. Go get it, boys and girls. Y'all know I'm okay. I know it won't far. And see, guys, we got love because this is what we do here. We know it's Vanessa's show, but we love
now
Piper.
I find
We got to show her some love by her own design. Actually, riches in
earlier tonight, I was trying to find books. I couldn't find nothing. Now I found Piper's books, and I found Personal Librarian.
They over there, guys. The Personal Librarian, Yellow Wife, Island Queen, and this one as well, guys. Let me just tell you, in addition to Sister Mother Warrior, all those books that we just listed, guys, are amazing reads that are available now. Personal Librarian and Island Queen, guys, are available in paperback now. So if you didn't have an opportunity to get it, you can definitely get it in paperback as well. So Piper,
I'm gonna tell you, by her own design, don't go into no other languages. So yeah,
not yet. Not yet.
I'm just saying. No,
I'm speaking it into existence. Not yet.
I know what you're saying. I'm talking about inside the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about in the book itself.
Now wait a minute. There was Southern in there.
Out the French.
Hold on. There was Southern in there. That's a different language.
It
Bless your heart.
to a certain extent, but it's not like French. So I give all praise to you for that. That was my question, but somebody else asked about that earlier. So my question was usurped by someone. I don't know who it was. I'm not trying to say nothing, but that was my question. I work hard too, but
yeah, the French was unexpected, right? Like I know. Okay, Saint Domingue. Okay, maybe it's gonna be some French, right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize the good stuff, the good stuff was all in French. So like some of the early historians.
Yeah, I would have just said, I'm sorry, you're going to have to get someone else to write this book.
I just too stubborn, right? Because I'm like in there and I'm like, now I'm fascinated, right? And that's where I got some of the tidbits that helped characterize.
Yeah, that's
Like
where all
he
the
likes
like
to
you said, that's where all the good
Jean-Jacques
stuff
likes
is.
to
But
dance.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
bye, adios, see you later. I'm sure there's another author out there for this story.
And look, and this
it's
question is
probably gonna be me.
actually someone is telling you guys they are waving. They're saying two incredible divas.
Hello. Thank
I have
you.
so much love for these women, and the two can write.
Oh, I
I'm with
appreciate
you.
that.
Yes, these two ladies that are before you guys. If you don't follow them or you don't know of their work, let me Google them. Let me just tell you that they are Googleable.
I want to say too, in terms of the impact that Haiti's revolution, what these women did, what they brought to the fore in terms of a revolution, deeply impacted what was going on here in the United States. A lot of laws we take for granted in terms of the enslaved here in the United States were enacted in the wake of this revolution and what these women were able to pull off in order to keep the United States enslaved population down. And so, in terms of literature at that particular point in time, people who were potentially inspired by it was the abolitionist movement and the abolitionists, or the slave owners as well. As more pointedly, someone like who I call TJ, Thomas Jefferson, our third president, and the stuff that he was about as his mixed up self, trying to say in the Declaration, all men are free, but not y'all, because you're not really men. In terms of freedom, really were about enacting those policies that were meant to keep the enslaved on. So it had a lot of impact. It's not that the people, the Black people themselves, were able to express it fully in terms of the literature, but it started the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm. It's
Wow.
a very important moment in time for Black history, regardless of Black America, Caribbean,
in the diaspora,
Africa, anywhere on the diaspora. It's an important moment.
And
so
Vanessa and Piper, I have a question for the both of you, because in the back of both of you guys' book, there are author notes, and I want both of you.
Yeah, but mine ain't as long as hers.
I want you guys to share with such a short author though. What's up with that? Book.
Let me see.
And Vanessa with Sister Mother Warrior. Why is it important for you guys to add those author
Girl, you ain't
notes
put all your notes in here. I know you got more. You didn't put it on there. What they got a word count on you? You gave them enough.
Okay,
enough. I'm looking at
so
this.
Piper, do you want to go first about the importance of the author's note that's in the back of your book?
Well, the author's note, in terms of fully crediting in terms of why, when Black people are called upon to write history, that we have to include these author notes, because we're going to get pushback from people who want to ask questions about the history as if somehow we made it up. I was just recently, we're not supposed to read our reviews, but someone's like, oh, by her own design is like more fictional than history. It's like, no, it's not. I mean, so it's like, they don't believe that women like these could exist, could pull off the things that they did, just 100%. So it's a question of providing what those CVS receipts like Vanessa did.
Yep.
Mine were less so. But the thing is, in terms of letting these people know that we're not making this up out of whole cloth.
Yeah. And Lowe's in the lexicon, right? So Piper's job shouldn't be as hard as it is to prove the existence, because this is contemporary. We're in this, although we're it is the 1900s, and we're in the 2000s, but we should know Ann Lowe's name. It's not like it's hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So the work or the listing shouldn't have been exhausted. I'm talking about people that we've totally forgotten, wouldn't know they existed. And so I bring the receipts, because if you're gonna be worried about Ann Lowe, who is 1900s, and I'm going back to the 1700s, girl. I got to bring an encyclopedia with me, some DNA testing, and everything else that one might need to say to see these people and validate their humanity in ways that people question. So I ain't about all that. I'm gonna give you all my notes. Here you go. Boom. Go figure out where if I fudged.
Yeah, and it's just like I said. I was watching the episode of United States of America last night in terms of him talking about the whole aspect of history and the inclusion of the history, whereas the sort of the whole aspect of the movement now is people think that it's being excluding people and get rid. No, that's not what's happening. People are being included. More people are being brought in, rediscovered, folded back into the history, and these people want receipts for that because people have been so completely erased from the history in terms of that. And this is they're shaken. What does the kids say? They were shooketh in terms of being restored, but people must be restored. And this book begins to do that very important work of, I heard someone earlier talking about a biography. Those biographies, folks, take 10 years to write. Honestly, a comprehensive scholarly biography of these women will take 10 years to write, but this puts that out into the world. Some people are going to pick that up. People are going to take up that task. That's what it's all about in terms of what historical fiction does. It plants seeds in my little words, I like to say, it puts butts and chairs in history classes. So that's why I like to think about it.
Exactly. People get excited when they particularly when you show narratives that are not the pain porn of enslavement, right? Because usually typical in the past, people who didn't look like us wrote these stories, and it was lots of the pain of enslavement, and then there's typically a white savior comes along and frees folks, and et cetera, et cetera. Our story, that may be piece of our story, but there's so much more. There's so many different layers. As you move away from the 1865, you actually hit the 1900s, you see so much more movement. And so I'm glad that my sister has brought Ann Lowe back to the fruition, because she wasn't just a seamstress. She was a
Right.
full-blown designer. So that level of elegance that people want to deny people that look like us, we achieved it. We were on that level. So I love these types of stories that break these molds. But as everybody says, you got to buy these books, buy the
Yeah.
books and share them with people, because you're going to see imaginations light up like never before.
Yes.
We were gifted by having parents that believed in nerdism and reading lots of nerdy books and things that people will probably never pick up in 2 million years. Not everybody has that gift or that patience. So historical fiction fills that gap, and trust me, it's going to light some fires. When you know your story is not just chains, it's going to light some fires, and that's what we're here to do.
I love that. I love that. Guys, if you're
Happy
just
launch
joining
day,
us,
Eve.
we are hanging out with
Really?
Vanessa Riley,
What
Boys and Girls.
release
It
Eve?
is a release day Eve. And guys, if you have never participated in a release day Eve, let me just tell you, whenever Vanessa Riley drop a book, she's going to do something on release day Eve, boys and girls. And so today, on Angela's Literary Cafe, we've had special guests to drop in to hang out with us as well. As you can see, we have Piper Hughley that is hanging out with us as well. Piper, thank you so much. We appreciate you for taking the time to come and hang out with us on tonight.
You're welcome. My lips are greasy from eating
All right,
steak.
see you later.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. How was the steak?
It was
Piper?
delicious. That's why I said my lips is greasy.
Piper got to join me with my little Haitian fare today. So
Yes, it was very good.
And
Very
that's
tasty.
what I was getting ready to say before Piper leave. You gotta tell us a little bit about that one today. What you did for you had was it a Haitian chef that you had today?
yeah. So the miracle of Google. I kept Googling, and I ran across Chef Ariel Ajun. She's got a catering. I tagged her in some of the posts. But she's a personal chef. She also does catering. She's from Haiti, and she's bringing the rich tradition. So we had, so as you're reading, cassava is very important in the book. Cassava is both from the African perspective as well as from in the West Indies. Well, she took it and she scraped the cassava and got the milk out of it and made these little fritters. And oh my God, they're amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And then she did a pickled cabbage with it. So you had this crunchy, textured, fritter with the pickled cabbage. Like, oh my goodness, it was amazing.
I was so honored.
I know, girl.
And I'm glad my husband don't eat steak because it was all for me.
My husband ate 2 steaks. He
was looking like he was about to tuck in when I left.
If anybody who didn't come get theirs, he was like, dibs on it. Dibs on it. we had the fabulous soup jumeau, which is the soup of independence. You'll find that in the book. And just she nailed it with the velvety pumpkin-y. Oh my God, it was amazing. We had Dijon rice, which is from mushroom broth, black mushrooms, and the rice turns black, and it just butter, girl. And of course, the steaks with I forget the name of the Haitian seasoning she put on it, but she infused steaks with and it had a butter on top.
So flavorful.
My trainer liked the post. I was like,
and then Vanessa, when you got it, she was like, we infused the steak.
And
wow. Oh my goodness. So guys, she has had an amazing release day eve, starting with her meal that Piper got to enjoy a little bit of that with her as well. That is amazing, boys and girls. And again, Piper, thank you so much. Vanessa, I do want to shout out Raven R. White. She actually has a bookstore. I want to make sure that I get the name. It's Brown Sugar Cafe. And she also brings both by her own design as well as Sister Mother Warrior. So that's another place, guys, that you can get both of those books. And I will be sure to put her link in the comments section, because that's another place that you can support an indie bookstore, and that you can purchase either one of those books, Piper Hughley's books by her own design, as well as both Body book, Sister Mother Warrior.
Get you both.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
Yay.
Yeah, she
has
a great both. She reached out to me to has both, and like I said, we will definitely make sure that we put the link in the comment section, guys, if you want to buy both books from Brown Sugar books as well. So thank you so much, Piper. It has been amazing you hanging out with us today.
I'm back to hoe.
See you later.
Bye.
Oh, girl, do the hoe.
I love it. Well, Vanessa, I hope that you have enjoyed.
I have.
Guys, if you are still hanging in there with us, we definitely appreciate it. Of course, this wasn't the normal literary cafe. This was release day eve, hanging out with Vanessa Riley, guys. Of course, like I said, if you're on the East Coast, you just got a couple of more hours to go before Sister Mother Warrior hits your Kindles. For those who have pre-ordered, it should be coming to your mailboxes on tomorrow, or if you're heading out to the bookstores as well. Now, Vanessa, of course, we have to do a giveaway here on Angela's Literary Cafe. Can you share your giveaway with the people on today?
The giveaway would be one of these fabulous bags.
Guys, oh my goodness, check out this tote. Okay, let me just show you this, guys. So, y'all, look how deep this is. Look how many books. The first book you can put is your Sister Mother Warrior book. And then you can throw Piper's book in there too, and all the other books that you guys get. But oh my good, check that out, guys. Look how many books you can get in there. So the giveaway winner, guys, you will get a copy of this, not a copy, but you will get one of these lovely totes, boys and girls. And of course, you guys know how we do it here at the cafe. I'm going to go up and down the comment section, and Vanessa Riley is going to tell me when to stop. And that person will get a lovely copy of this lovely tote. All right, Vanessa, give me a second to go. All right, where are we? Okay, I'm ready, Vanessa.
Stop.
Well, well, well. Look, we were talking about her, Raven R. White. You get a copy of this.
Actually, pick someone else. She was going to get a copy anyway.
Oh, do it again.
Yeah, do it again because she was going to get one anyway because I love indie bookstores. So the minute I
So
know
Raven,
an
you
indie
was gonna
bookstore
get
is
one
carrying my
anyway.
books,
So
I will hook them up.
yeah, so Raven, inbox me your mailing address. I will get that over to Vanessa so I can get you that. And we're gonna do it again. And okay, Vanessa, I'm ready.
Stop.
Okay. Myra Rose. Myra Rose, if you will inbox me, you will get a nice, lovely Sister Mother Warrior tote bag as well. So inbox me your information. I'll make sure I get that to Vanessa so you can get a lovely tote. Raven, don't forget to send me your information because Vanessa definitely wants to get you one for as an indie bookstore as well. And don't forget to drop the link for Piper's book as well as Sister Mother Warrior. Drop that in the comment section too. And of course, guys, you already know, of course, you can get a copy from Riches in Reading Indie Bookstore. We'll be putting that there too. And then Vanessa, is some more. Can you throw out the names of those other bookstores that if they pre-order?
Yes, if you order before midnight, where I guess wherever midnight is for you, Malik's bookstore, Kindred Stories bookstore, Acapella bookstore, and Loyalty bookstores, they are doing a special giveaway that if you order now, they're going to send you a Sister Mother Warrior tote. The tote is specially designed to to go with the book. It's calling out "We Will Win" in 4 different languages. Yeah, I know. One of them's French. There's Twi, Yoruba, and of course the Benin or Benin. I don't remember now. But anyways, a lot of languages. It's good stuff. But Kindred Stories, Malik's bookstore, Loyalty bookstore, and Acapella bookstores. If you go to my bio, click the link, you'll be taken to a page. You can see those. You order before midnight, you're still qualified to get the book, hardcover, and the tote.
I love it. I love it. And of course, on time, our handy dandy assistant, Rhonda McKnight, she is putting it in the comment section, boys and girls. That is the pre-order links for all of those stores that we have told you guys about as well. Thank you, my friend, Rhonda. And for Raven, the name of her bookstore is Brown Sugar Cafe and Books, boys and girls, for that too. And guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us on today on Angela's Literary Cafe, boys and girls. Just want to remind you, feel free to send your girl some stars. Send me some love if you want, if you are enjoying the content that I bring to you guys. If you look in the comment section, right where the like and the love and all those emotions and all that stuff, it's a nice little gold little box that says stars. Click on that and send me how many ever that you want. I'll be so appreciative of that, boys and girls, as well. Vanessa, I definitely have to give you the last words, my friend. What do you want to say to the people on tonight?
First of all, once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Angela, you are always amazing, very gracious, dynamic, and just a darn good fun time. So thank you very much. Readers out there, get the book, Sister Mother Warrior. Tell a friend. Request it in your library. I know times are hard. Request it in your library. That helps. We have to do everything to show the publishers that these are stories we want. This is the way we want access to this type of fiction. And your support makes that happen. So please go out and do that. I thank each and every one of you for buying my books, supporting my career. And I'm just excited to be able to be in a position to be able to tell these stories. It's amazing. And I'm not stopping, guys. So this is the second of many in historical fiction, and the 20th plus is the 25th, somewhere in there, 22 to 25. Don't know, but somewhere in that number of all books that I've done. There's a season for your gift, and I am thankful that we are in my season, and I'm going to keep pushing, guys. And I just love y'all.
I love it. And Vanessa Riley, we love you as well. Please keep bringing us these amazing stories. Sister Mother Warrior, guys, it is available in stores on tomorrow, hot off the press. Definitely go out and get it. Tell a friend to go out and get it, guys. Leave those reviews as well. And this book, I think the last time Vanessa and I talked, it had already hit like 18 plus list from Essence to Vanessa's local paper in her area talked about this book as well, guys. So everybody is talking about Sister Mother Warrior. Let's keep it going. Let's be loud and tell the people, boys and girls, about Sister Mother Warrior. Let's get those reviews out there as well. I know that Vanessa would be so appreciative of that as well too. And guys, I just want to tell you, just say thank you for those who tune in. Thank you to all of our special guests, from Tammy Smithers to Mama Tony to Kels to I don't want to forget anybody, but help Piper Hughley as well. And you guys, the viewers, for tuning in and hanging out. I know some of you guys have been with us since the top of the hour, hanging out with us as well. We are so appreciative of that too. Thank you for supporting Angela's Literary Cafe, and thank you for supporting Vanessa Riley, guys. Sister Mother Warrior, go get it. And of course, you know how I have to end the evening. Have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And of course, go out and get your copy of Sister Mother Warrior. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.